Lovely morning to you, sport fans, wherever you are. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the program Talk Sport. We are counting down in the ongoing African Cup of Nations taking place in Ivory Coast with the round of 16 established, and of course the other teams are heading back to their respective home. The table is set and the boys are set. In Nigeria, it's a moment of celebration because the boys are asking for just one thing, and that is what they have. They will be in action against neighboring country, talking about Cameroon. It is a repeat of an action you truly would not want to miss. The indomitable Lions of Cameroon have won the African Cup of Nations a record of 5 times, and they'll be up against a team that has the nickname, let's do it again, the Super Eagles. They are going into the game having won the championship a record of 3 times. Perhaps Ivory Coast is the ground where Nigeria will be crowned champions. We'll also be having a discussion with the Honorable Minister of Sport, talking about distinguished Senator John Owen Eno. He had a dialogue this morning with members of the Super Eagles all the way in Ivory Coast, and the players are asking just for one. They say they want Mr. President to be in one of the matches, and the minister has an answer for them. Hopefully, our man will be joining us all the way in Abidjan, talking about Feras Sanko. Will be giving us update, taking a look at the game that is coming up, the entire matches in the round of 16 of the ongoing African Cup of Nations. We've got it for you just here on Talk Sport. My name is Clinton Agbo. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will x-ray the meetings between Nigeria Super Eagles and the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Samuel Eto'o is in Ivory Coast, not as a player. Jeje Okocha is in Ivory Coast, not as a player. But they both have one assignment: to motivate their various guys to action. Let's begin here. Let's take a break. When we come back, we go straight to stories that are making headlines only in the world of sport, and we are looking at the African Cup of Nations, the round of 16. Please don't go away. Glad to have you back. If you are just joining us, the program is Talk Sport. And let's take you straight to Ivory Coast, where free match day is expected to come up tomorrow and next tomorrow, preparing players and teams that have gone into the round of knockout stages, where if you fail to win a game, and then you'll be heading home. But there is a crucial game that is coming up on Saturday. Saturday, put that down on your diary, is January 27th, and it's taking place in Abidjan, Stade du Felix. It will be between Nigeria and, of course, their neighbors, Cameroon, in that game. Nigeria qualified in its own group, talking about the group that has the host country, Ivory Coast. Nigeria qualified in that group. And of course, Cameroon qualified in a group that has defending champions. I'm talking about the Teranga Lions of Senegal. They made no mistake. They grabbed 3 points in all their matches, a total of 9 points. Having won each game, they made straight to top the group. But the pairing shows that Nigeria will be up against Cameroon. It's a game you truly want to follow. This morning, Senator John Owen Eno, the man responsible for the development of sport in Nigeria, the sport minister, had a discussion with members of the Super Eagles. Let's see if our video is okay, and let's watch John Owen Eno speaking with the players. And there was a demand from the captain of the Super Eagles. He demanded that he wanted Mr. President to come to Ivory Coast and watch the Super Eagles. But the sport minister had told his guests that the president has been following the matches It was his visit to the State House, and then President stopped him and said, hey, John, I know you've qualified, but you must do better to bring the cup home. Just listening to John Owaneno, Minister of Sport, and a dialogue video with team of Super Eagles in faraway Ivory Coast.
The reason that made me think that I should have this call with you is the chance meeting I had with Mr. President yesterday. I went to the villa for something else, and the president cornered me and said, we don't manage to qualify John. I said, Your Excellency, that's how we're going to keep going until we win the tournament. And he said, tell our players that I wasn't too impressed in their last match. But I know that now that they're off the group stages, I know they're going to impress me more and more. That's what the president told me. And what did I pick out of this? What it means that the president is actually watching your matches. Would you believe this? The president is actually watching the matches that you are playing. And the president is urging you and also showing an understanding of the game, that he knows that there was a lot of cautiousness at the group stages, and that he knows that from the round of 16, that they are going to be more and more impressive. Also, the president is watching our matches and watching you play. I remember that in 2022 in Cameroon, remember that at the qualifying series, the group stages, Egypt as a country barely struggled to qualify. But that same Egypt went ahead to go and play the finals. I remember in the match against Egypt, we won them with the superlative goal that was scored by Iheanacho. I'm sure I'm correct, isn't it? Yeah. We won that match. Egypt went ahead to play the finals of that same tournament. I also need to communicate to you the mood back home in the country. Every Nigerian is rooting for you. Every Nigerian is believing that you are going to do it again, like the slogan of NFF. So, there is little more I can say beyond what your technical people and the coach is saying to you. All I can say is that please listen to the coach. I've had cause to tell people that there is nobody that wants to win this tournament as much as the Nigerian coach, Coach Peseiro. There's no one. No one wants to win it more than him. So I'd like to urge you to listen to everything that he says to you. I like to, advise that don't lose focus. Like we say in English, let your eyes remain on the ball. At a moment like this, maybe what I should further suggest is that don't forget about the social media. Maybe you just need to, for this moment, don't even look at your WhatsApp messages anymore, so that you don't lose concentration. You're going to find a lot of comments by Nigerians that are too eager to have you continue to win. So just don't get distracted. Remain focused. You guys use this tournament and make additional names for yourselves. You imagine what it can be like that you win, our fourth Cup of Nations and go down in the history of our sporting history as those young men that gave our country the remarkable achievement of winning AFCON for the fourth time. And of course, that this will be an unforgettable moment. So, let me urge you and let me continue to encourage you. Our next match is against Cameroon. And I think that let's use this every match to improve ourselves more and more and more. It's the country cannot wait to have you win for it. I'm particularly excited that our president, who though hasn't come to Abidjan himself, stays back in the villa and watches you play. That is a measure of how much interest he has in football and in what you are doing. And like I told you guys in Lagos, let us win for this man. Let us win for our country. It's and you can do it. I've watched videos, that were, sent to me from the visit of Segun Odegbami, the visit of JJ Okocha. And I share in the sentiments that they express for this team. Somebody like Segun Odegbami from day one has always believed in this team, has always believed that this team will do it and can do it. So even for the likes of those kind of people, that have kept giving you support from day one. Let's go to battle in the remaining matches and do what we haven't done before. I mean, these are the thoughts I thought I should share with you. I mean, let me thank all of you for the discipline and for the sacrifice. Let me urge all of you to look up to February 11th. February 11th is when the finals is going to be played. Look forward to that February 11th as the team that will be in that stadium, playing that finals and bringing back home the cup. These are the last words I'd like to talk to you. And thank you, Mr. Captain. I can see you standing up. Talk to me.
Thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear.
We have a message that we're going to send to you, to the president, sir.
Okay.
We don't want him to watch the game in the TV anymore. We want him over here to come and cheer us together. So this is our own message.
The president will come. I can assure you the president will come. The president has told me when he wants to come. And my prayer is that gradually we are going to get to the point in which the president can come. He will come.
And then
I will bring the president. He will come.
And finally, we really appreciate your word of encouragement to the team.
Thank you. You guys just take care. Yeah, thank you. I'm cheering you guys. I'm cheering you guys to victory.
Sport-loving Minister John Owan Enoh in a dialogue with members of the Super Eagles currently in Ivory Coast, looking for the African Cup of Nations. The players spoke through the captain, demanding that His Excellency, the sport-loving President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should personally take a trip to Ivory Coast. John Owan Enoh, the Minister of Sports, says they are doing everything possible. And of course, the President has been watching the boys, and he hopes that there will be a day that the President will be in Ivory Coast. Hopefully, our prayer is on the 11th of February, 3 days to the Valentine. Perhaps it will be a moment for us to celebrate. Narrowly talking about Valentine, in 2020, when we hosted the African Cup of Nations, it was a day to Valentine that Cameroon ran away with the African Cup of Nations in Lagos. This time around, we are poised to stop Cameroon winning the African Cup of Nations, and the boys are in high spirit. A powerful delegation of the Nigerian Supporters Club have also arrived Ivory Coast, and the man in charge, talking about Ladipo, the big boy himself, was with the team. But let's tell you that Nigeria and Cameroon have met a total of 8 times, and of course, Nigeria have won 4 times. The game showed us 2 draw, 2 lost for Cameroon, and a win for Cameroon, and of course, it was also a good moment for Nigeria. Nigeria is in history. They stopped, they denied, and took away a ticket from Cameroon when Russia staged the FIFA World Cup. Since then, the both teams have not met, but the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has paired the both teams. They will be meeting on Saturday, and it will be a game you truly want to follow. There will be plenty of action across the continent of Africa, beginning from Friday. But Saturday is the day that 2 countries, 2 good friends, Yaoundé, Abuja, Cameroon, Nigeria, will be going on head-to-head. And one team will have to give way for the other. This is Talk Sport. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll tell you that Dr. Rafi Oladipo has arrived Ivory Coast and is getting set to cheer his boys for victory as the Super Eagles take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Let's take a break. When we come back, hopefully we can get Michel Obi, the immediate past president of AIPS Association Participating in Sport. He may be joining us live on the program. Don't go away. Glad to have you back. If you are just joining us, the program is Talk Sport, and we are taking a look at the ongoing African Cup of Nations all the way in Ivory Coast with 16 teams already set to reduce it times half of it, where we'll have the best 8 teams that will make it to the next stage of the competition. But let's tell you that Nigeria will be up against Cameroon, and that game is coming up on the 27th of this month. Let's take a look at the logo of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon and that of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Both teams are expected to come head-on the game, and of course the winner of the 2 teams will advance to the next stage of the competition, which is the quarterfinals. Nigeria has been in superlative move throughout the game and managed to come second in the group, and they'll be taking the Indomitable Lions, who also finished second in their group. Away from that, let's take you to the second the second round of 16 is Angola taking on Namibia. That's another game that is expected to come up on Saturday, and it will be the second game in the same Stade de la Félix Boucoua. Angola, it's a strong team, and they will be up against Namibia in some of the matches that will be decided in the ongoing African Cup of Nations in faraway Ivory Coast. I'm still talking about the round of 16. Cape Verde will be up against Mauritania. Their game will come 2 days after the game between the Super Eagles and Cameroon. That match will be decided on Monday, January 29. I'm talking about Cape Verde national team taking on Mauritania. And of course, the Atlas Lions of Morocco will be up against Bafana of South Africa. A match you truly want to be part of it. That game will be on Tuesday. Let's take another break. It is no longer news that the ongoing African Cup of Nations had a lot of shocking results. What is news now is that the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon will be taking on the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Just this morning, Sport Minister John Owen Eno tasked the players to do all they can to ensure victory. Also, those who have visited the Super Eagles to motivate the team to victory include one-time African Footballer of the Year, talking about JJ Okocha, and one man who has seen it all, Segun Odegbami, were at the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, cheering the team to victory. Nigeria will do everything possible to record another powerful victory that will take them to the last 8 of the ongoing African Cup of Nations taking place in faraway Ivory Coast. Let's go down memory from and show you that the Indomitable Lions have not succeeded more since meeting Cameroon. In 2021, precisely on the 8th of June, Cameroon and Nigeria met in an international friendly, and there was no winner in that game. And of course, on the 6th of April, Nigeria defeated Cameroon by 1-0 in an international friendly. In the African Cup of Nations 2019, Nigeria defeated Cameroon by 3-2 to advance to the next stage of the competition. And in the FIFA World Cup qualifier in Russia 2018, Nigeria and Cameroon played a 1-all draw to the disappointment of Cameroon fans in the Cameroonian capital of Yaoundé. But in Uyo, the first game, Nigeria defeated Cameroon by 4 goals to nothing at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, South Nigeria. And that game was all Nigeria needed to deny Cameroon appearance in the FIFA World Cup. Cameroon and Nigeria also met in the World Cup qualifiers, and the Super Eagles triumphed over Cameroon by 2 goals to nothing. Another game was in 2015, an international friendly. Nigeria defeated Cameroon by 1 goal to nothing, and the return leg shows that the Nigerian side also beat Cameroon. Cameroon were better than Nigeria in another friendly game organized by the Confederation of African Football CAF, where the Indomitable Lions defeated Nigeria by 1 goal to nothing. In 2004, precisely on the 8th of February, Cameroon at home, Nigeria lost to Cameroon by 2 goals to 1, and the return leg ended a goalless situation. In the last 8 matches, Nigeria have won a total of 4, draw 2, lost 2, and Cameroon have won 2, draw 2, and lost 2 in some of the matches that were decided between the two countries. This time around, both teams have finished second in their respective groups and will be meeting face-to-face on Saturday for a winner-take-all situation. And still talking about the camp of the Super Eagles, let's tell you that President General Worldwide of Nigeria Supporters Club, Dr. Rafiu Ladipo, and Sport Media Solution, talking about Dr. Michel Obi, all arrived the Port Newell Airport in Abidjan and went straight to the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, cheering the team to victory, motivating the team to do all they can. It will be recorded JJ Okocha scored a goal in Lagos when Cameroon and Nigeria played a 2-all draw before going to penalty, where Victor Peva narrowly lost his own kick and Cameroon ran away with the African Cup of Nations. Still in the round of 16, there will be plenty of matches across the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Global TV will bring you all the signals, and of course you need to know which game will be up. Of course, at the Stade Quatora in Abidjan, it will be Equatorial Guinea taking on Guinea. Did you hear that? 2 neighbors will be meeting head-on. Of course, we told you that Cameroon will be taking on Nigeria. Equatorial Guinea will be up against Guinea. Now, Egypt will be taking on Democratic Republic of Congo. It is very, very clear that a great player, talking about Saleh, who plays for Liverpool, may not be part of that game. The game will be decided on Saturday, 28th of January, shortly after the game between Nigeria and Cameroon. Egyptians have the best record in Africa, having won the African Cup of Nations a record of 7 times, and they will be taking on Democratic Republic of Congo. African champions, the Teranga Lions, will be up against the team called hosts, the Elephants of Ivory Coast. Both teams have met in several occasions, but Senegal seems to be ahead, having finished top in their group, talking about Group C, with 9 straight points. They'll be taking on Ivory Coast, who managed to qualify from the back door, if you ask me. The Ivorians have to wait and made it through in what we call best losers. They got humiliated in their games against Equatorial Guinea that defeated them by 1, 2, 3, 4, to the dismay of 4 times African footballer, talking about Didi Drogba, who was in his own country cheering his boys. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it, but they are back in action and they will be taking on a team that has the best record and the ongoing African Cup of Nations as we speak, the Teranga Lions. Both teams are French nationals and they will be doing all, hoping that Celebi. Mali Eagles, also a West African side, will be taking on Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso played the final with the Super Eagles of Nigeria in 2013, and Super Eagles defeated them by 1-0 to lift high the African Cup of Nations, coached by late coach Samson, coached by late coach Shua. Mali will be up against Burkina Faso, and that game will be decided on Tuesday, and it will be at Stade Amadou Gahougou. And on Monday, it will be the Atlas Lions of Morocco taking on South Africa national team, the Bafana Bafana. Bafana Bafana won the African Cup of Nations home soil in 1990 when, of blessed memory, Dr. Madiba Nelson Mandela himself lifted the trophy on behalf of the South Africans. They have made it to the next stage, and they'll be taking on the North African side, Morocco. The game will be decided in Stade Felix. And of course, Cape Verde, a little country, has shown that they can make history in sport. They topped their group, and they'll be taking on Mauritania, who helped to see off our own friends. Talking about the Black Stars of Ghana that have been sent packing from the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Angola will be up against Namibia, and that game will be decided on Saturday. There are 4 games on Saturday, and 4 games on Sunday, and 4 games on Monday, making it a total of 16 teams battling for the best half that will advance to the next stage of the competition. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be going to Ivory Coast. We have our man who will be joining us to give us live a report on the 2 camps, talking about the camp of the Indomitable Lions, where we have Samuel Etofi as the president of FECAFOOT. Cameroon called their football ruling body FECAFOOT, where we call our football ruling body NFF, which simply means Nigeria Football Federation. Both actors are already in Ivory Coast and will be inspiring their teams to give us the best of it. Let's take a break. When we come back, perhaps we'll take you straight to Abidjan on the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Don't go away. Strongly believe that you're still tuned to Global TV. The program is Talk Sport, and we're taking a look at happenings in the world of sport. Let's take a break away from the African Cup of Nations currently going on in Ivory Coast, and come back home here and take a look at homegrown football, talking about the league, which is in partnership with Global TV to promote our own domestic players to take them to the next level. There will be plenty of actions, and we've got the futures here, courtesy of the NNL. It shows that Star FC will be home against Stama Sucho, while Gold City will travel to meet Dakada FC in the matches that will be decided. Of course, Ede FC will be at home to 1472. Put that down. There is a team in the Nigerian Football League called 1472. And if you like, you can call them 1472. They will be up against Ede FC. While in Cross River State, Rovers will be at home to take on Abia Comments. And then Madiba FC will be guests to Bakside. Ekiti United fans will be hoping that maximum 3 points will come their way as they take on Beyond Limit FC. The team name is Beyond Limit. Let's see if they can be able to take away the maximum 3 points from Ekiti that will be playing at home. Warri Wolves have been relegated from the ongoing Nigeria Professional Football League. They are at home and they are in NLL, so they will be at home to welcome Gateway FC. Both teams were there at the top, but presently they have fallen down to the NLL, and they are doing everything possible to bounce back to the best of it. Oshun FC will be home to welcome FC1 Rockets. The Rocket FC will travel. Ikorodu United boys that came into the Premier League and made some strong statement will have to pick their pieces at the NLL to see if they can bounce back. And so they will travel to meet Ijabu FC, while Crown FC will be at home to take on Giant Brilliant. Of course, you know that Global TV was at Enugu precisely, the stadium at Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium for the game between Ijabude and Crown FC. And hopefully this week we'll also be bringing to you some matches that will truly give you a true position of the ongoing professional football league in Nigeria, as well as the NLL matches that will be decided. We'll tell you that the matches are on. Of course, there was no away game in some of them that were decided, but it is clear that both coaches have been doing their best. They took a break out from there so that they can be able to follow the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Let's tell you that AFCON 2023, Segun Odegbami and as well as Lawal have all called for discipline and self-belief for team of the Super Eagles of Nigeria as they go into the next game. The Nigerian football legend Olusegun Odegbami and Garba Lawal have advised the Super Eagles to be extremely cautious, stay focused, be disciplined, and have self-belief when they take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Of course, fail against the indomitable Lions in the round of 16 in Abidjan. That game will be decided on Sunday. Put that down on your diary. Both giants of the Africa game have made a rendezvous. I love the word rendezvous. A comeback, or let's meet again. Choice words from Michel Obi, and we'll meet him. Late Surgeon ensured that a 3-2 win over Gambia is all they needed to make it to the next stage, while Nigeria, on the other hand, came second behind a group that has Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea topped the group. Odegbami, a member of the Nigeria 1980 African Cup of Nations winning squad and former captain of the team, who also played 3 times against Cameroon. He was in action in 1975 friendly game that Nigeria won 1-0. In 1978, the All-Africa Games in Algeria that ended goalless, and in 1980, international friendly that ended goalless. Segun Odegbami played for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and is in the camp with high spirit. And he said to the players, the Super Eagles can achieve victory. All they need to do is to focus and go all out against the Lion. At the same time, Egypt were the merit. Of course, you know that Nigeria denied Cameroon opportunity to progress when the Egyptians staged the African Cup of Nations, but the boys are in high spirit. We may say that Cameroon have not pulled up any threats in the ongoing tournament, but I put it to you, you must do as much as you can to silence them. The Gambia sent a message that they are also set in the game, and we hope that it will be a moment you want to look about. Both teams are talking tough, and everyone is talking tough. Let's take another break. It will be our last break for today, but we're still hoping that our man will join us to give us updates, especially the camp of the Super Eagles, but there's no cause for alarm. The players will be out this afternoon for another practice. And we're told that Nigerians in Ivory Coast are coming out in their numbers, cheering the Super Eagles, and they have a slogan. Let's do it again. Let's take another break. When we come back, there will be more on sport. But we are delighted that finally we made it to the round of 16. Glad to have you back on the program, Talk Sport, right here in Nigeria's capital city. Let's tell you that the big boys are already hitting Ivory Coast, anticipating victory for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The team, the club that has won one of the best supporter clubs in the continent of Africa, has hit Ivory Coast to beat support for the Super Eagles. I'm talking about Nigeria Worldwide Supporters Club under the leadership of Dr. Rafiu Ladipo are already in Ivory Coast, including our one-time president of AIPS, Michel Obi. Victory is coming to the Super Eagles, but let's feel what it takes to come from a team that has such massive worldwide support. Of the Super Eagles, always in style, talking about the worldwide supporters club of the Super Eagles. They are already in Abidjan in their number, and they have one assignment up to motivating the team till the 11th of next month, when the team hopefully will come home with the African Cup of Nations. They are in Ivory Coast to cheer the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That powerful delegation under the leadership of Dr. Rafiu Ladipo, the President General of the Worldwide Nigeria Supporters Club, being supported there by a man whom we call the master sport himself, talking about Michel Obi, two-time president of sports writers, talking about the AIPS, Association Internationale de Presse. He was also there in Ivory Coast. I'm sure his French will be very fluent with the boys when he meets the boys. It will be a moment that you truly want to remember. But let's tell you that Senegal team is in high spirit. The goalkeeper, the coach of the Senegal national team, has been discharged from hospital to enable him focus. He has a running stomach a day after the Lions qualified to the next stage of the tournament, and he'll be hoping to be in action. He's an African coach, and he wants to make history like our own, talking about those who have made history in the African side. Kelechi was there, and of course, this great man. Ghana national team have already sent one man packing. The coach of Ghana has been sent packing. So the Black Stars will be looking for another coach if they will qualify for the next World Cup, which will be in Canada, Mexico, and of course the United States of America. The coach was sent packing for failing to lead the Black Stars out of the African Cup of Nations group stage. It's a disappointing moment for Black Stars, and of course we hope that they can bounce back in style. The Ivory Coast coach also has not a good time. The players have even said they can go into the game without him because it's a moment that the players, both the country, is not happy. The CAF games. Sorry. The Confederation has made it that the winner of this year's edition of the tournament will go home with $7 million. Will it come home? That's our prayer. And the boys are in high spirit. We also are in high spirit. We leave you this morning with the choice words of the sport minister gingering the boys to go all out. It was a dialogue this morning between John Owen Eno, Minister of Sport, and the entire team of the Super Eagles with one demand. The players are asking through their captain that they want Mr. President to be in Abidjan. As Sport Minister says, the President will be there. In most of the matches, sport-loving President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would post and then watch the Super Eagles. But the players are asking him live in Abidjan. Let's go to that video. That is something that will take home motivation for the Super Eagles, and I believe that Nigeria is cheering the team, and the minister is joining millions of Nigerians hoping that the boys will make history. We wait for them here in Abuja, and perhaps the banquet hall of the villa will be the venue of that celebration. Let's take a little more from that video. Until we come your way again for the program Talk Sport on Global TV, my name is Agbo Clinton Ayuk. Enjoy the rest of your day and put that on your diary. This weekend, it will be Nigeria against Cameroon.
I mean, let me urge you and let me continue to encourage you. I mean, our next match is against Cameroon, and I think that let's use this every match to improve ourselves more and more and more. I mean, it's the country cannot wait to have you win for it. I mean, I'm particularly excited that our president, who though hasn't come to Abidjan himself, stays back in the villa and watches you play. That is a measure of how much interest he has in football and in what you are doing. And like I told you guys in Lagos, let us win for this man. Let us win for our country. I mean, it's and you can do it. I've watched videos, that were, sent to me from the visit of Segun Odegbami, the visit of JJ Okocha. I mean, and I share in the sentiments that they express for this team. Somebody like Segun Odegbami from day one has always believed in this team, has always believed that this team will do it and can do it. So even for the likes of those kind of people that have kept giving you support from day one, let's go to battle. in the remaining matches and do what we haven't done before. I mean, these are the thoughts I thought I should share with you. I mean, let me thank all of you for the discipline and for the sacrifice. Let me urge all of you to look up to February 11th. February 11th is when the finals is going to be played. Look forward to that February 11th as the team that will be in that stadium, playing that finals and bringing back home the cup. These are the last words I'd like to talk to you. And thank you, Mr. Captain. I can see you standing up. Talk to me.
Thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear.
We have a message that we're going to send to you, to the president, sir.
Okay.
We don't want him to watch the game in the TV anymore. We want him over here to come and cheer us together. So this is our own message.
The president will come. I can assure you the president will come. The president has told me when he wants to come. And my prayer is that gradually we are going to get to the point in which the president can come. He will come.
And then
I will bring the president. He will come.
And finally, we really appreciate your word of encouragement to the team.
Thank you. So you guys just take care. Yeah, thank you. I'm cheering you guys. I'm cheering you.